Hey, I'm Grace Torres. I own a wedding photography, videography, and coaching business based in Florida. I travel worldwide to photograph weddings and elopements, and I love helping other photographers through education. Today we're talking about what I think is an amazing and super affordable camera for getting started as a couples and wedding photographer, the Canon EOS R10. You have access to some really advanced technology at such an affordable price point. I'm so excited to be working with Canon to test out their R10. It's a mirrorless camera with a crop sensor and it shoots at 24 megapixels. It even features Canon's dual pixel CMOS sensor as well as high-speed continuous shooting capabilities. This is a similar subject detection and tracking technology as the EOS R3, which is currently their top-of-the-line full-frame mirrorless camera. To have Canon's best technology built into such an affordable camera is truly impressive. Today I'm shooting with the Canon EOS R10 and the RF 35mm 1.8 macro lens. I'm using a 35mm for this portrait session because this is a crop sensor camera and it's going to act more like a 50mm, which is what I would typically choose for a session like this. As I used the R10 during our test shoot, I immediately noticed how amazing the autofocus is. It's quick, it's sharp, and the subject detection makes it hard to miss focus. I'm going to put this in high-speed continuous shooting for this one because I want to make sure that I get all of the movement. Okay, ready guys? Go for it. I also love the flip out rotating screen for if I'm holding my camera up really high or low to get a creative angle. The camera is lightweight, but the build quality is really sturdy and high quality. It feels great in your hands and the button placement is really intuitive to quickly changing your settings in a fast-paced environment. These are some of my favorite photos from my first two shoots with the R10. The quality is really professional and the photos are super sharp. If you're looking for a highly capable camera to invest in to kick off your career as a photographer, the R10 is one to seriously consider. You can get set up with an R10 body and a 35mm lens at a really affordable price point. If you've tried out the R10, let me know how you liked it in the comments and feel free to leave any questions as well.
For wildlife or action photographers who appreciate the combination of high camera performance and the smaller APS-C size image sensor, the Canon EOS R7 may be just what you've been waiting for. I'm Rudy Winston from Canon USA, and we're delighted to add the EOS R7 to the Canon EOS R series, along with two dedicated standard Canon RFS zoom lenses. With 32.5 million effective pixels, resolution alone would make the EOS R7 a standout new product. But within its compact form factor is a performance powerhouse with outstanding AF tracking speed and technology, and the ability to shoot up to 15 frames per second with its mechanical shutter. With the APS-C sensor's natural 1.6 times effective increase in a lens's telephoto coverage, the EOS R7 squarely targets sports, wildlife, and especially bird photographers. And it brings strong video features to content creators. Record uncropped 4K video up to 60 frames per second, and 4K fine oversampled from 7K at 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. Canon's superb dual pixel CMOS AF works for video as well as stills, with subject detection for people, animals, and vehicles, and excellent eye detection technology as well. Other video features include Canon Log 3 with 10-bit 422 internal recording to 1 or 2 SD memory cards, timecode, headphone socket, no more 30-minute time limit per file, and high-speed recording to 120p in full HD resolution. The EOS R7 includes in-body image stabilization, continuous electronic shutter shooting up to 30 frames per second, a weather-resistant design, a repositioned quick control dial and integrated 8-way multi-controller, flash sync speeds up to 1/320th of a second, focus bracketing, and Canon's long-life LP-E6NH rechargeable battery pack. The EOS R7's incredible AF tracking technology combines with simply amazing shooting speed for still images and 32.5 million pixel resolution. Video, stills, or both. Whether you shoot travel, landscapes, sports and action, or birds in flight, you owe it to yourself to see and handle the Canon EOS R7. For Canon USA, I'm Rudy Winston. Hi, I'm Rudy Winston with Canon USA, and I'm here to introduce Canon's EOS R6 Mark II camera. This full-frame camera is a content creation tool that can raise your creative imaging with its rich feature set for both video and stills. Let's touch on video first. With its 24.2 million pixel full-frame sensor, the R6 Mark II can record 4K video at up to 60 frames per second, oversampled from 6K from the full width of the image sensor. And with a compatible HDMI external recorder, it can record up to 6K RAW video in ProRes format. Slow motion can be captured at up to 180 frames per second in full HD. Demanding video creators will have 10-bit recording options like Canon Log 3 and HDR PQ recording with 4:2:2 subsampling. And the EOS R6 Mark II offers false color display as well as zebra display for fine exposure control. With its multifunction shoe, new audio accessories with a full digital interface to the camera are available. Still image shooters get up to 12 frames per second or up to 40 frames per second with electronic shutter. Again, all full frame recording. HDR recording is expanded with a new option, Moving Subject HDR, which provides a high dynamic range image from one source image file. EOS R6 Mark II autofocus really raises the Canon AF bar. Subject detection and tracking are even better, and subject detection now adds horses and vehicles such as aircraft and trains. A new auto option lets the camera choose the most prominent subject type to detect. Flash users have direct access to the Speedlight EL5 with streamlined menu options. Or, using the optional Canon AD-E1 adapter, attach Speedlight EL1 and previous Canon EX series speedlights or transmitters. Wireless ETTL compatibility is maintained. Battery life is improved over the EOS R6, and the R6 Mark II remains compatible with the current optional Canon BG-E10 battery grip. There's a whole lot more to the EOS R6 Mark II camera, so check both the Canon USA website and our channel to look for more informational videos. For Canon USA, I'm Rudy Winston. Thanks for being with us. Hi, I'm Rudy Winston, and I'm honored to introduce you to the Canon EOS R3 camera. Unprecedented levels of Canon shooting speed, AF performance and capability, and low light proficiency make the EOS R3 a go-to camera for applications such as nature and wildlife, events, weddings, fashion, and of course, sports and action, especially motorsports, as we'll see in a few moments. A completely new 24.1 million pixel, back illuminated, stacked CMOS sensor, designed and produced by Canon, provides vast increases in operational speed. That translates directly into benefits such as blackout-free viewfinder shooting, far less rolling shutter distortion in still and video imagery, up to 30 raw images per second with electronic shutter, and the highest levels of AF speed and performance yet in the Canon EOS R system. Speedlight shooting is also possible with electronic shutter active. In fact, the EOS R3 is designed primarily for electronic shutter operation, although mechanical shutter and first curtain electronic shutter are possible as well. The Canon EOS R5 and R6 cameras have revolutionized wildlife and action photography and video recording with their incredible AF systems. The EOS R3 builds upon that legacy with even greater subject recognition and eye detection AF capabilities for people and animals, and it adds a whole new chapter with vehicle detection, primarily for cars and motorcycles, especially in a motorsports environment. And for open cars and motorcycles, spot detection lets you concentrate AF upon a detected driver's or rider's head instead of the vehicle itself. Working hand in hand with this outstanding subject detection capability is new AF tracking capability. The EOS R3 can detect any of these subjects and from there follow them not only toward and away from the camera, but laterally or up and down throughout the entire available AF area of the frame. And you don't have to be set to whole area AF to have this revolutionary tracking potential. Even with a single AF point active, if the subject detection system recognizes a subject elsewhere in the frame, it's ready to grab it and begin tracking it as your selected AF point nears the subject. In many cases, even with challenging subject movement, you can simply have a subject somewhere in the frame begin shooting, and the EOS R3's AF will latch onto it. This focus tracking technology has evolved the R3 into truly autofocus. The final autofocus gem is the EOS R3's Eye Control AF feature. For some, this will be the fastest way to put an AF point where you want it in the frame. Once it's calibrated for your eyes, just look in the viewfinder where you want to focus and press the button for AF activation. The body and chassis are entirely magnesium alloy, but this camera is substantially lighter than the EOS 1D models, and for most it will even be more comfortable to hold for long periods. Weather resistance matches the EOS 1DX Mark III. Equally significant, it uses the same high-performance Canon LP E19 battery pack as the EOS 1DX Mark III cameras for great battery performance in a mirrorless design. The same optical type smart controller as on the EOS 1DX Mark III doubles as the AF on button, and the R3 likewise has a fast, positive 8-way multi-controller for fast AF point movement, menu selections, and so on. Several rear buttons on the left side are illuminated for positive operation even in very dark areas. The EOS R3 is the first Canon camera with this level of body strength and weather resistance to have an articulated, vari-angle LCD screen. It's the highest resolution LCD screen yet on an EOS camera with 4.15 million dots. Finally, a new multi-function accessory shoe can accept speed lights and also provides direct contacts for a host of new camera-powered accessories, from a digital microphone to a smartphone holder. If you frequently work in low light levels or shoot moving subjects, you simply must experience the EOS R3. From its images to its handling and blazing operation speeds, it's a whole new level of full-frame mirrorless from Canon. Look for our series of additional videos to explore specific features of the EOS R3 in more detail. For Canon USA, I'm Rudy Winston.
Hello and welcome. I'm Alex Sachs with Canon USA, here to introduce you to our latest and quite possibly greatest new camera, the EOS R5C. A true hybrid camera, the R5C boasts many of the video formats and features from Canon's award-winning Cinema EOS line, as well as many of the still imaging capabilities of the EOS R5. As its name implies, the EOS R5C brings the sensor, image quality, and the still capabilities of the EOS R5. But don't let the name fool you, this is first and foremost a professional cinema camera. The EOS R5C is the first Cinema EOS system camera to provide internal 8K 60p RAW recording. I'll say that again, 8K 60p RAW recording to internal CF Express cards, and we didn't stop there. The EOS R5C features an internal cooling fan enabling continuous and virtually limitless shooting of high-definition 8K 60p video without interruption. At the heart of the EOS R5C is Canon's 45-megapixel full-frame CMOS imaging sensor. The 8K 60p video can be captured in your choice of Cinema RAW light format, which is amazing for post-production grading and archiving, or MP4 for fast, simpler workflows. But what's more, 5.9K can be shot in Super 35 mode or 2.9K in Super 16mm mode, also recorded to CF Express cards. Looking to shoot HDR? Our Cinema Raw Lite includes data optimized for HDR video rendering and 12-bit recording at all frame rates. We've also provided a wide variety of recording formats with the R5C for nearly any professional workflow. In addition to Cinema Raw Lite, the EOS R5C supports MXF-based XF AVC and the highly versatile MP4 format, both at 10-bit 422 color sampling. And to give you operational flexibility, the R5C can record 2 independent files simultaneously, such as Cinema Raw Lite and MP4, each at various resolutions, including 4K and HD, or lightweight proxy files for easy integration into a variety of workflows. We've also designed the camera to take full advantage of its full-frame sensor whenever possible, so it employs an 8K oversampling technique to deliver truly dynamic 4K and 2K footage by reading out signals for all effective pixels, and from the abundant RGB data, deliver 422 10-bit video that is more refined, with less incidence of moire, false color, noise, or those little annoying jaggies on the edge of a subject, delivering you footage that is true to the eye rendering of your scene in stunning resolution and color. We all love fast action, and so does the R5C. And so in addition to 8K at 60p, it can shoot 4K at up to 120p in beautiful 422 10-bit color, all without cropping the sensor. On top of that, the camera's fast and intuitive autofocus remains active even at these super fast frame rates, making it a great option to place on a drone or gimbal. You'll find a wide variety of AF modes are active and available to intuitively respond to a subject's movements, even at high frame rates. In addition to Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF, the camera features eye, face, and head detection autofocus. On top of autofocus, Canon went ahead and beefed up our high frame rate shooting by recording a dot wave audio on a separate card from the video file, delivering both the sound and video of your fast action scenes in one device. The EOS R5C is quite literally 2 cameras in one. With the main switch in the video position, the menu system and interface match those of other Cinema EOS cameras, providing waveform monitors, codec options, audio controls, and more. Atop the camera is Canon's multi-function shoe with digital audio interface. This connection supports an optional Tascam XLR microphone adapter for up to 4-channel audio. This accessory adds 2 full-sized XLR terminals with phantom power and shotgun mic mount, enabling digital 4-channel and 24-bit audio recording to meet professional video production needs. And for virtual reality applications, the R5C is compatible with Canon's RF 5.2mm f2.8L dual fisheye lens to capture stereoscopic 3D 180-degree VR video. We said this camera is like 2 cameras in one, so let's talk about the still imaging side of this hybrid model. Once the camera is placed into photo mode, the menus in operation are nearly identical to those of the original EOS R5 camera. You get the same 45 megapixel full frame sensor and image processor with an ISO range of 100 to 51,200, expandable to 102,400 for still images. Focus and speed remain paramount in the EOS R5C, so you get the same impressive continuous capture at speeds of up to 20 frames per second, and with dual-pixel CMOS AF2 capability to track split-second movements of even the most elusive subjects. You have the same 1053 automatic AF zones and that fantastic eye, face, and head detection autofocus, and the capability to intuitively track the whole body and even the face or eye of cats, dogs, or birds with animal detection AF. For those with the need for speed, Canon included vehicle subject detection to assist with accurate tracking of cars and motorcycles. Connectivity like 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is also included for the transfer of still image files. The EOS R5C camera body design is incredibly compact and lightweight. When paired with a Canon RF lens or EF lens using a Canon mount adapter, it offers outstanding performance that fits easily and comfortably in your hand, making handheld shooting a breeze, whether shooting video or still images. Its electronic viewfinder is optically extended for eye-level viewing, just like the original R5, and it uses the same ergonomic grip design. Like I mentioned, the still imaging features and operation of the EOS R5C are nearly identical to the original EOS R5 camera. The only difference being the R5C model doesn't include in-body image stabilization. The EOS R5C is a complete package that offers filmmakers, event videographers, multimedia journalists, and advanced amateurs a cost-effective 8K, 4K, and full HD video camera to help unlock their artistic potential. For the full range of recording formats, camera specs, and details, please click on the product page link in the description below or visit the Canon USA website.